Hello, my packaholics. Sean here, back inside the shack, and I've got a new one for you today. And it's a little different. I picked up a 3,000 count box of 81 Topps baseball. Looks like somebody maybe was breaking apart sets or ripping boxes or vending boxes. Not sure. Picked it up at a garage sale, and I've kind of been sitting on it trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go through it with you guys. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go through a row. We'll zoom through it so you don't have to watch every single card. And then at the end of each row, I'll come back. We'll talk about what we found. And then at the end, we'll kind of just wrap it all up and see if it was worth it. I think we paid about $10, $15 for the box at the garage sale. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any stars. Maybe the Fernando rookie. Who knows? It's a cool set, and it was kind of where my collecting career began. So why don't we take a look at it? We'll get the table all set up, and let's go. All right, so we're all set up here, and before we get into what we're going to be looking at, which is a box of 81 Topps baseball, I wanted to first just give a quick shout out to everybody that has been tremendous supporters of the channel so far. We've just surpassed 40 subscribers. I know it's not a lot in the grand scheme of everything, but it means a lot that people have tuned in to what we're putting out there and have left us great comments and have been really big supporters, and we really appreciate everybody's time and effort that they've put into seeing what we're doing over here at Inside the Shack. So for those of you that aren't subscribed, please, before we jump into this, if you'll head down below and hit that subscribe button. Also, give us a like. We love comments. Give us your feedback. Let us know how we're doing. If there's any suggestions for types of content you'd like to see that maybe you're not seeing today, we'd love to hear that. And as always, smash that bell. Get those notifications that we have new videos heading out. We try to post at least every Wednesday and Sunday. And we put out a lot of shorts of just rips and different things. So again, we appreciate everybody's support, and don't forget those social channels as well. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, putting out a lot of rip videos there as well. But enough of that. Let's jump into this. And so like I said, this was a 3,000 count box. As you can see, it's not quite completely full, but if you look at some of the top, you can kind of see that the quality actually looks pretty good. Yeah, there's a few damage here and there, but all in all, it looks like the cards are in pretty good shape. Doesn't look like a lot of searching. It's like they looked at them, put them in the box, put the box in the closet, and that was it. So, like I said, we're gonna go a row at a time. Like I said, we'll zoom through. We'll do I'll time lapse it through, so you don't have to watch it all. At the end, anything I pull out that either looks interesting or is a star or something like that, we'll pull it aside. We'll go through those, and then we'll go through each row after that. And then at the end, we'll just kind of wrap it up and say, was it worth the? I think just that it's 81 Topps and a whole bunch of cards that are in pretty good shape, it was definitely worth the $10 or $15, whatever it was I paid for it, even if I paid $20. But I'd like to get lucky and find that Fernando or whatever it might be. So we're going to dive in, and we'll be back with you in a couple minutes. Stay tuned. All right. Row 1 complete. Whew. So I tried to make it so where you could at least see them as we were going through fast. I'm sure I probably missed some people. What I try to do is to try to find the Hall of Famers, maybe people that could still become Hall of Famers, and just like stars of the time. So this is our little stack. Not too shabby. So we got Vida Blue, Don Sutton, Dale Murphy, Lou Whitaker. Got leaders with Carlton. Got Tony Pena rookie card. Got the 80 World Series card with Tug. Ozzie Smith. Ken Griffey. Jeff Reardon, I believe, is his rookie. Carlton Fisk. Dave Parker. Rich Goose Gossage. Big Dave Winfield. Pudge. The original Pudge. Jim Palmer. Alan Trammell, Fergie, a couple of Joe Morgans, Burt Blyleven, Steve Garvey, Steve Garvey, Pops, Willie Stargell, a severely off-center Jim Rice, another Jim Rice, Dusty Baker, who we know was probably going to become a Hall of Famer now that he's won a title. So we got 3 of those. Jack Morris. He keeps going. Steve Carlton, the big lefty, another way off center. And the one that the row that keeps on giving, Mike Schmidt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Mike Schmidts. Let's be honest, what I paid for the box probably got the value just in Mike Schmidt. So not a bad start. No Fernando. All those Dodgers, I was like, oh my God, are we going to get it? And none. So that is row 1 in the books. I think that's a good thumbs up at this point. We got 3 more to go, so let's dive in, and row 2 we go. All right, row 2 in the books. It's a good little stack. Got some of the championship cards. Raleigh Fingers, Dan Quisenberry, leader card. Brett Buckner. Schmidt. Steve Carlton. More Steve Carlton. More of the World Series cards. Another Tony Pena rookie, another Dusty Baker, some of the record breakers, Carlton, Pete Rose, Ozzie, Johnny Bench. Then we got Fergie again, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, another Goose, Paul Molitor, George Brett, Ron Guidry, Goose, Bobby Bonds, Trammell, a couple Trammels, got 3 Jim Palmers, a couple Dennis Eckersleys, a couple of The Hawk, Andre, some Yaz, some Robin Yount, Rod Carew, and last but not least, in row 2, R.I.P. Vida. 6, Vida Blue. All right. Another good little stack. Off to row 3. Let's get it. All right, we are back after row 3. It's been a lot. Burn through it as fast as we can. Not as big of a stack this time around, but we'll take Bobby Bonds, another couple of Dusty Bakers, Rod Carew, Don Sutton, a couple more Steve Carlton league leaders, whole bunch of Phil Niekro, Dale Murphys, another Vida, couple of Joe Morgans, Robin Yount, bunch of Paul Molitor, Eck, couple Fred Linds, Tony Perez, Carlton Fisk, Dewey Evans, Raleigh Fingers, couple Bruce Suitors. And obviously, as you saw, or may not have been able to see, there's been lots of Ben Ogilvy's, Cecil Cooper's, a lot of other names of the time. Just thought, catch the highlights is really what I'm looking for here. So let's move on to the 4th and final row, and then we'll wrap this up and see what we got. So stay tuned. All right, row 4 done. As you can see, we got a nice little stack. Unfortunately, a couple of them were kind of wavy. We got Jim Palmer's, Jim Rice, Lou Piniella, George Brett, Fergie, Joe Morgan, whole bunch of Mookie Wilson, Hubie Brook, Juan Berenguer rookies, some Eddies. Fortunately, one of them was the wavy. Whole mess of Jeff Reardon. Couple Griffies, some Jim Cott, Keith Hernandez, Bobby Bonds, Raleigh Fingers, Big Dave Winfield. We'll get this all laid out and we'll wrap up what we pulled and what might have been missing and call it a day. So stay tuned. All right, so we got them all laid out. This is everything we pulled. Plus some league leaders and things like that. But yeah, pretty good haul. Not bad for 10 or 20 bucks. Obviously, definitely some big names missing. Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, no Fernando rookie, unfortunately. I was really hoping for that one, being that was kind of my introduction into the hobby back in '81. But yeah, so I mean, just a really good mix of Hall of Famers and stars of the day. I mean, you think about Eddie Murray and Paul Molitor and Robin Yount and Jim Palmer and Phil Niekro and Goose Goss. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. But yeah, I mean, again, trying to do something a little different. Found this at a garage sale and thought, let's just search a box together and see what we come up with. And frankly, I'm really happy. A lot of duplicates. Definitely stuff from people ripping because I saw some wax stains and things like that on cards. But all in all, really good condition. Definitely some centering issues on quite a few cards as expected from '81 set. But all in all, really happy with this, and really appreciate everybody joining us today here inside the shack. Definitely not normal. Normally we're ripping packs. We love to rip packs, but we also just love to search cards, and we love the hobby, and we want to bring the hobby to all of you. So, as always, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and smash that bell. Follow us over on social media, TikTok, YouTube. Yes, YouTube, because that's where we are. But TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of those, we post regular videos and other interesting content. But more importantly, as always, join us inside the shack, because inside the shack, we are all packaholics. I'm Sean. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.